Don't ever let even one thing hold you back, okay? Because that little one thing, it's kind of like bacteria or something. I don't know what it is. There's something that grows. It turns from one and it starts growing more and more. That's what happens with those little things. If you don't fix your problem from the roots, you're always gonna have problems. So fix everything. Fix all those little problems. How do you do it? You're a smart person. Don't say you're not a smart person. You know what the answer is. You know what to do. So go and do it. If it's something that's a lot more difficult, for example, like you want a certain person in your life, like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and you want him or her to be your boyfriend or girlfriend, but she or him is dating someone else, that's a little problem that you got there, and we can solve those. We can solve those definitely. I mean, we can solve those. You can ask that in another question. But right now, I'm not talking about those little things. The little things I'm talking about are things like let's think about it. What is a little thing that can hold you back? All right, let's see. Um, okay, here's a little thing that can hold you back. I just thought of it. You have a big nose. Okay. Um, I really love the way I look. I'm not trying to be conceited or anything, but I love the way I look. The way I am, I'm perfectly happy with it. I feel like this is perfect. The way I am is perfect. Even if my teeth are not perfect, or my ears, or whatever it is, I think to myself, hey, Steven, you look great. Okay? If someone is saying, if what's holding you back is, oh, my nose is too big, or some physical flaw, you need to stop that. What is the physical flaw? First of all, if it's a big nose, you can't do anything about that except for plastic surgery. And trust me, you do not want to do that. Please don't do plastic surgery. Don't be a fake person. Be you and stop worrying about what people think about you. Because that is not how God thinks about us. He looks at our hearts, okay? That's what he says. He says, I don't look at the physical appearance like men do. I look to the heart. So now let's talk about this for a little bit. Doesn't mean you have a big heart and you go off and you be a fat person. Are you a fat person? I'm sorry, don't think, oh, I'm fat. This guy's about to talk about me. No, just listen to me though. Hear me out real quick. If you're on the fat side, that's not like having a big nose. You don't need plastic surgery. You just need to start working out. You need to start watching what you eat. It's something that you can fix, and it's something that's little. But trust me, when you keep eating and you keep getting fatter, it's going to get harder and harder for you to think to yourself, hey, I want to be skinny again. I want to be having a nice body. Physical appearance, even though God does not look to the physical appearance, your heart is affected. Your heart is affected when you are looking at yourself and you see, oh, I can't get that guy. I can't get him because I'm not beautiful enough. I don't look cute enough. Let me tell you, the first impression a guy has, he looks at the outside appearance. That's no joke, okay? But people like me, will go and approach a fat person or approach someone who's ugly. It doesn't matter because I'm here to love everyone. That's what I'm here to do. And that's something that you should do. Try to think about that. If there's anyone you hate in your life, stop hating him. I know, it's like I make it seem so simple, but it is. It is really simple if you think about it. Really sit there and say, look, I hate this person. I hate this person. Why? Because he did this and she did that. Doesn't matter. Take the time. Find out why you hate this person. Then what do? Now you just thought of everything that person did to you. Now what do? Well, let me tell you. Jesus says, okay, and I'm not trying to be religious here, but Jesus says to forgive others, okay? He wants us to forgive. So you sit there, and when you think of what all those things that person did, you forgive him or you forgive her. Forgive. Forgiveness is one of those little things that can hold you back. If you do not forgive, you will always have something holding you down. And it's not like, I know you can live without this person. The person you hate, like he's out of your life, she's out of your life, but because you even allow yourself to get into a position where you can hate someone or not like someone, you can't forgive them, you're in a position where you can do that with other people as well. And you don't want to do that. You want to forgive everyone. You want to forgive them like that. Okay? You want to really forgive them. Okay? And I know it's hard. What you should do is, when you're sitting alone at home, before you go to bed, what do? Well, you sit there, you're alone, and if you believe in God, you're with God. God never abandons us anyway. He loves us all. But you sit there and you're alone and you think to yourself, what is the most productive thing I did today? Well, I went to school. Okay, well, that's something you mentioned here. But you're forced to go to school, right? But are you forced to learn? Think about that. You now you're starting to think now, right? You're starting to, I mean, you already knew this, but you're because you put yourself down so much, you didn't realize it. But think about that. You're forced to go to school, but you're not forced to learn. Your parents could say, hey, I want you to get all A's and B's, but no, you can go and get a C, and they won't care that much. And if your parents don't really care, you can get a C, and that won't matter. So what do? You say, hey, you know what? What's the most productive thing I did today? I went to school, okay, and I learned, I really paid attention in class, and I made a few friends. How about that? And I met a nice guy. I met a guy, and we're going to go out on Saturday, and we're going to have a good time. That's what I did that's productive today. And after school, I came home, and I watched a little bit of TV. I had a little fun, and I didn't overdo it. I didn't watch TV for 2 hours. I just kind of sat there. I had a little bit of fun, and then I was able to turn around with a smile on my face. You have to do it with a smile. All right, I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do my work. Even if you don't have school, you're going to go do your work. That's what I do. I do my work. There is no school in my life. Actually, I'm going to college, but there's really not that much homework. But I remember when I was in high school, that's the way it was. I need to go do my homework. It's due. Let's say I have an essay due on Friday. Think about how awesome it is if you finish it before it's due. That is just like when the day comes, like they say it's due on Friday. Now you're sitting there like, oh, now I have a free day. Now you just got so much positivity in your life. These are the little things. These are the little things you're talking about here. What do you say? That these little things get to me and pull me down. These are the things that are pulling you down. It's not forgiving others. It's I can just go on and on about these things, but I'm not going to mention them all. But those are the little things you need to think about. What is holding you back? Fix it. Fix those things. Trust me, you will have a better life. And if there's big problems in your life, fix those. Fix those big problems and fix those little problems, and you fix it as productively as possible. You don't say, I'm going to fix it next week. You know, the toilet is clogged, right? And there's a bunch of shit in there. And you're going to fix it next week. So now nobody can use that bathroom for a whole week. That doesn't make sense, does it? You're going to fix it today or you're going to fix it next week. Whether you fix it today or fix it next week, it's still the same time. The only difference is, let's say you're really busy. No one's really ever that busy. Don't ever say you're too busy. That's an excuse you should never use. I'm too busy. No, you're not. You are busy, and you have a lot of work to do. I'm very busy. I have a lot of work to do, but there are times when I can stand back and say, look, I'm not going to do this right now because I want to do this. I want to do this. Give yourself that break. You don't get that break, you're going to end up being miserable, and you don't want to be miserable. And if you don't have a positive attitude, you're never going to get anything done. Let's say you have a job to do. Do you think you're going to get it done better if you have a negative attitude or a positive attitude? A positive one, right? And you can fake it. Trust me, I mean, I don't know why, but you can fake it and you'll trick your mind. I don't know how you do it. You just do it. You trick yourself. Your mind is stupid. I don't know why, it's just stupid. Your mind's stupid. How do you like that? You know, I'm throwing out these insults, but you're taking it like, yeah, you know what? My mind is stupid. You know what? Because it's cool. It's cool to attack yourself. Try that sometimes. Just attack yourself and then be cool about it. Be happy. You know how many times I attack myself in life? People used to call me weird. Okay? They used to call me weird, and I'm just like, okay. You know, I'm happy about it. And they start accepting me for who I am. They don't start judging me. People start realizing, you know what? This guy's independent. He's himself. And he's happy with who he is. He's confident. Confident. I'm not going to say that word again. But he's confident. That's a really good characteristic for someone to have. You're confident. You're loving. And I really hope that you're religious as well. and I can always help you to find what is the right religion and how to get to the right religion, because there is one religion. We just think about that for a second. If there is a religion in life, you're going to think about this, that one of them has to be right. Okay? You can't have one religion that's right and one religion that's right, but they both disagree on the same thing. Like, one religion will say Jesus is God, and another religion will say Jesus is not God. They can't both be right. They could both be wrong, but they're not going to both be right. Okay? So let's move on. Like I said, when I touch on religion, I don't want you to take it like, oh, he's talking about religion, he's trying to draw me into the religion. I'm not here to do that. But you know what? Religion has the answer. Okay? Christianity has the answer. And you can always message me about that, and I'll prove it to you. Because I learned that from personal experience, that God really does have all the answers. And like I said, I'm a Catholic person, I'm a Catholic Christian, and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. Whatever things are in your head that make you think that this religion is wrong, message me, bring it up. Hey, maybe I never heard what you said, but I guarantee I have, because I really studied religion deeply, and I found out what is the truth. And that's another thing. You really got to go deep. You got to find out things. I can't sit here and blindly believe in my faith, because if I do that, I'm going to end up being miserable. And at some point in my life, someone's going to attack my religion, and what am I going to do? I have no defense for it. And that brought me down right there. That just brings you down, because you can't defend your faith. You can't tell a person, this is why I believe what I believe. You need to be able to prove it. And I'm able to prove it. And so that's why I'm asking you, hey, message me. If you feel like, hey, I don't have proof of this, message me, and I'll provide it for you. Now let's move on, because we really got a long video going here. But here it is. So I trust you, Stephen, and I know that you can help anyone, but sometimes I feel so much doubt about myself that I feel that not even a special person like you can help me. Alright? And there's something that I had wanted to tell you, but I feel so ashamed about it, that I don't want anyone to know, but I have told some people that I trust. I even told some random people who are the same way and aren't ashamed about it. I just thought that maybe if I can tell this random person, I can tell someone who cares about me. Well, let me just go ahead and tell you. I'm bisexual. The only other family I have told is my little sister, and that's only because she told me that she was also. She even told our mother, who didn't believe her, and told her she was just under the influence. Well, I know for sure that I am. I felt this way about girls for as long as I can remember. I seriously feel that I was born a lesbian or something. Well, anyway, now I don't want to hide this part about me anymore, but I know some people won't accept me, especially my mother. As a religious person, you probably think I'm going to attack you now and be like, hey, what you're doing is wrong, and it's against God. That's not what it is. Let me tell you something real quick. This is something I learned, because I'm the kind of person who believes God does not create people who are against what His will is. God does not create us, okay, or create us to be bisexual, or create us to be homosexual. But the people around us can definitely affect us. They can affect us and make us a certain way. No one is born a murderer. No one is born a thief. Something happens in their life that makes them that way, okay? And it could be from a very young age. So don't think for a second, oh, well, I never, remembered becoming a bisexual. That's because you probably have been a bisexual since a very young age, because you were always influenced by other people. Some things happened in your life that made you a bisexual. And this is a very evil world we're living in. So it's very easy for things like this to happen. Now, I don't want you to think now that you're an evil person now and you are going to hell. There's nothing like that, okay? First of all, you said that I know some people won't accept me. Look, there's a lot of people in this world who are not going to accept you, okay? That's just the way it is, okay? Some people, they just like certain things. They like a person a certain way. That's them. But you need to understand that you have to accept yourself as who you are. If you are, I don't want to say if you are bisexual, but if you are a certain way, okay, you need to be able to, first of all, take into consideration why these other people don't like it, okay? It's always good to do that. For example, criticism. What is criticism? It's when someone criticizes you. I'm using the same word as a definition. What is criticism? Let's try this again. What is criticism?